and welcome back to another video. My name's Destiny and I do book things here, and so today we're going to talk about books I read in one day or that I stayed up till 3 a.m. to finish. I don't usually find a whole lot of time to read during a single day, so it's not like a 6-hour period I can sit down and read. So when I went to look at this list, I only found 2 that I read in a 24-hour period, but there have been a couple that I've started at the end of the day and binged and could not put down and finished 2 days later just because I had time. I'm sorry if you hear baby toys. A little bit is now started crawling and can sit up by herself. So she's super interested in the world around her and moving things and crawling to get what she wants. So we don't want mommy to hold us. We don't want it in a playpen anymore. And it was either listen to baby toys or listen to her scream. I'll take baby toys. So I don't apologize. I kind of apologize, but not really. So without further ado, let's get into this video. My first book on this list, which I have notes here, and I will put the books up next to my head because I did not feel like breaking down my shelves to get to them. That would be, the first one is Maradar, or The Evolution of Maradar. Yes, The Evolution of Maradar, by Michelle Hawkins. So this one was one that I absolutely loved. The baby just got the cat and he ran away. He was not getting caught by the baby. You better run away, baby. Just give it a minute. You'll be walking, catching him. So this one, if you don't know, you've never heard of this series and you've never picked it up, it's about Mara. Mara is a teenage girl who just recently went through a very traumatic experience. Is now starting over at a new high school. Her parents moved. What happened was her and her 2 best friends and one of the best friend's brothers go into an abandoned asylum, and the whole thing falls in on them. Mara is the only one that walks out alive. The rest of them are dead, and now she's trying to put her life back together and thinks she caused the collapse. No matter what they tell her, she believes she caused the collapse. Her mother is a psychologist and basically diagnoses her with all these disorders and says that basically she's crazy, and that's what's happening here. This story is definitely it is a unreliable narrator for sure. I would say it's kind of a mystery because you have no clue what's going on. Mara herself does not know what's going on, so she is your narrator. And things start to happen and Mara does not remember doing them, so you don't know they happened either. And it kind of takes off from there. Guys, they're so good. The whole series is so good, but the first one had me enthralled to the point where I needed to finish this book. I did not want to put it down. I had to finish it. Number 2 on this list, and I'm just throwing it, it's not my notes, but it just popped in my head, and that is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theora Goss. It is a definite found family kind of mystery. So you're following Mary. I had to think. It's Mary. You're following Mary Jekyll. And her mother has just died. The first page, you found out her mother has died. And she, after her funeral, she goes to see her financial advisor. And he tells her, hey, you're broke. You're going broke. This is all your mother had left in her account. There is this hide that she's been paying for to stay at this home. If you go get them out of there, you could save some money and maybe even get back the month you paid for already, and I'll give you a little extra cash. Well, Mary is aware that they have been looking for Dr. Hyde. He murdered a man, and there is a reward for his capture, or information leading to his capture. So Mary thinks, I'm going to go find this Hyde. They're going to know where Dr. Hyde is, and I'm going to make some money to keep myself alive. She does not find Dr. Hyde. She finds her sister Diana, and the story takes off from there. What's unique about this one, what made me love it and want to read it and binge it and finish it almost same day, was throughout the story there are these I should have pulled the book. But they're like little snippets where two people are arguing and you'll have a name just like Justina said this and then Mary responded or Diana responded or whatever. You're not sure who these girls are. If you read the back of the book, you do, but I never read the synopsis before going into anything. And they're like sisters bickering in the middle of the story because they're writing the story. So the story's written as these girls have already went through all these experiences and are now putting it in a book to sell, and they're arguing in the book itself about what it should say. And like the one girl who's writing it says, I'm leaving all these in here so you can see how annoying they are and how nonsensical their arguments are. It's so good. If you have sisters, you will love it. It was my favorite thing about these books. Is a series. There's 3. I read the first 2. The second one I did not find as good as the first one. But I think this has to do more with me than the book. They end up traveling and like the girls split up and I wasn't really interested in that. My interest was very much in the inner, workings of the girls. The third one, they get back together to go have to hunt down one of them. So I think I'm gonna like the third one more than I like the second one, but that's another one that I read pretty much in a day. The next 2 are Crave and Crush by Tracy Wolff. Guys, these were hard for me to get into, but once I got into it, I read them in a day. Yes, I did, didn't I? Yes, I did. Mommy even found the audiobook, so while I bathed you, I could listen. Yeah, I did. Sorry, she has an opinion, it seems. But, I wish y'all could see her because she's just sitting here looking at me. Hi. Oh, her toy made a noise, so now she's looking at it. If you've not read these, I don't want to give you too much because, again, I don't usually read the synopsis before I went in. Crave, I did not read the synopsis. I just took everybody's hype and decided to start it. And so I spent the first 200 pages going, is this girl stupid? Wait a minute, hold on. It sounds like this could be going on, or this is going on. Like, there are paranormals around her, I think. And then, the synopsis tells you all. It's about Grace. Grace's parents die, and she has to go live with her uncle and cousin in Alaska in the boarding school that he runs. And that's all I knew when I went into it, and I absolutely love both of them. It has political intrigue. It has and amnesia. The second one has amnesia in it. So if you like books where the character's trying to figure out what happened and they've completely forgot and no one around them knows, they're all trying to figure it out, you'll really like the second one. But yeah, they're good. They're so good. This first one ends on a cliffhanger where you definitely want the second one. And the second one ends on a cliffhanger that, I'm ordering the third one. As soon as I get done filming this video, I'm going to go ahead and order the third one because I need it in my life. Yes, Chunky Girl. She's learning to use her feet. Okay. And then the last one I have here, next last one I have is Every Hard Doorway. That whole series. Guys, I read those in a day. Now, they're very itty-bitty short. The audiobooks are only 4 hours long. So they're totally doable in a day. But guys, I have binged 3 of them in one day because I needed it. And then I finished Where the Ground Girls Go this last week. And now I'm out of books. Until next year when there's another one comes out. Because I want the next one. Yeah. You make me nervous. I know you have to experience the world yourself, but you make me nervous. Those were so good. If you've never picked them up, I highly recommend. I did not take the hype, and I thought that sounds like a little kid's book, but they are not. They are tiny and they are impactful, is how I would describe them. I remember I took my best friend and my little sister out to lunch, and I was telling them about it, telling them they need to read it. You just have to pick them up. They're so good. Books are going to be here in case you want to know. The last one's on my list. Now, these are like chunkers, okay? Each one is 800 pages. I think the last one was like $8.99 or something. And that is Crescent City, or excuse me, House of Earth and Blood and House of Sky and Breath. The Crescent City's duo right now is a duo from Sarah J. Maas. Guys, I stayed up till 3, 4 a.m. knowing my ass would be at work at 7 a.m. the next morning to finish House of Earth and Blood. And then I cussed and discussed because because I needed the next one. And then this year I stayed up, finished House of Sky and Breath, and I want the next one, please, Miss Maas. I'm ready for it. Even if you just want to give us like half a book at a time, that'd be great. If they will publish half a book, go ahead and do it. I speak for the whole fandom that we will take it because it was that good. I know there are people out here who do not read Maas, who do not enjoy Maas's writing. I completely understand. Actually, I don't, but not everything's everyone's cup of tea. I am Sarah J. Maas trash. I have not found a book of hers yet that I don't like. The only thing I have left is King of Ash, and I am avoiding it like the plague because I can't. I don't want to be done yet. I know that it is. I just don't want to be done yet. But they're good. They are good. My best friend, who does not usually read a whole bunch, I got her to read House of Earth and Blood, and she absolutely loved it and wanted the second one. Now, the second one she's not as excited for because it has a lot of smut. She doesn't do the smut, which is understandable. I do. And so, yeah. But I cannot wait for the third. They are so good. I definitely highly recommend reading them. But those are all the books I had for the ones I read within a 24-hour period. That really is a amazing thing for me because usually it takes me 2 or 3 days, sometimes a week to finish a book. If I read it within 3 days, it was damn good. Something hooked my attention. And then if I finished the audiobook in 2 days, it definitely hooked my attention. Yeah, some honorable mentions though I do want to mention is the Cinder series. I think it's called the Lunar series by Marissa Meyer. Those audiobooks I finished within like 3 or 4 days, and the last one's 24 hours. Long, and I finished it in a day. So those are really, really good. I also finished, yes, mommy. I think that's the only honorable mention I really have that pops in my head. But yeah, I'm gonna let go and play with this little bit here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.